What is up, guys? Anthony Olan Tech here, and you may hear some thunder sounds outside because it's about to rain, but here we are, and I know it's about a year later since its initial release, iPad Mini 6. Now, yes, I did pick this up a couple days ago. I had it delivered to me, and I've been playing with it for a few days, and I had some thoughts about this product, and I am going to reference MKBHD in a certain part of his video that he did last year, where he mentions a really good idea about this iPad. So, what would be the reason to buy an iPad mini, especially if you're someone like me who already has an iPad, like I have here, my 11-inch iPad Pro? Well, in the MKBHD video, he did make this comment about people who initially are going to buy an iPad mini typically have an idea of what they're going to use it for, and that's kind of where my idea lies here as well. Now, with my iPad Pro, I am going to use that primarily for my job. I do work somewhere outside of YouTube, obviously, and I do have a lot of work notes on my iPad Pro, and given that I do have the Magic Keyboard with it, it will allow me to have that laptop-like experience without all the weight and extra size of the screen from a laptop. Now, with this mini here, I am going to use it for certain things on like a side gig for myself. Those of you who do know this about me, I am a comedian in my city, and I do sometimes have some notes for my comedy. A lot of us do, and it's hard to use your phone for your notes if you're someone who uses your phone for your video creation, and therefore my phone would be used to record my comedy sets. And I can always use a pen and paper type of thing or a little notebook, but eventually you run out of pages, gotta buy more pages, new books, and it can sometimes be a disaster to read your handwriting while you're on stage, especially with a lack of light. So one of the reasons for this would be if I need to use some notes on stage, it's not overly large to where it'd be a huge distraction. Just a simple have it and read it and you're good to go. Now, aside from that, note use of comedy, I am planning to use it for any events that I'm hosting where I sell tickets and I have to check in the audience members. It's a lot easier for me, in my opinion, to use this to check in the audience rather than using this big thing for audience check-in, as well as doing mobile payments. There are devices out there, ones by Square, that will allow you to take mobile payments, and I would primarily be pairing it with this iPad. Now, I do have the cellular service with this. I'm supposed to have 5G with it. I have to check my Verizon account to see if I do have the 5G. But in terms of the iPad mini itself, there is some thoughts that I had with this model. I did get the 256 gigabyte version, and one of the things about this device for me that was surprising, because I didn't know this going in, is that it doesn't have Face Unlock. It does have the Touch ID on the top, and I keep forgetting about that because I'm so used to using my phone for Face Unlock. Even if I am wearing a mask, I do use my Apple Watch to unlock my phone when I'm wearing a mask, because it does have that feature, if you didn't know. But for the iPad mini, I keep forgetting that it does indeed use Touch ID and not Face ID at all. So I did put a few fingers on it just to get that to be a much more seamless experience. Now, aside from that, I want to talk about some of the quality you get with this device in terms of picture quality, sound quality, battery life. Battery life has been interesting for me because while I used it for a few days this past week, I haven't been using it day to day, but the use that I would use will kind of drain battery a bit. I'm probably watching something on Disney Plus, or I'm quickly playing a video game, and that will do your battery drainage, as well as me keeping my screen brightness at the maximum. I don't limit it, and I don't have automatic lock. I just keep my iPad or my phone open, and I'll just unlock it when I'm done using it. Going on from there with the sound quality, there is pretty decent sound coming out of this iPad mini. There is 4 speakers on the iPad mini, same as there is on the iPad Pro, and probably some other iPads have the 4 speakers, 2 on each side. Now, you're not going to get the loudest experience from this iPad mini, but you do get a pretty decent audio level from this iPad mini, but that also will vary based on the media that you are viewing. I did have some random song on YouTube play, like a copyright-free gaming music, and it was a decent volume, but when I tried to watch like a movie, I believe I was watching Spider-Man the other day, it was pretty loud. So you do have that difference in media depending on how loud of a device you're watching on. So let me show you a quick audio comparison right now in this video between the iPad mini and the iPad Pro. Now moving forward from there, with picture quality, you are still getting that, you know, really great, Retina display, or I don't know what they call it anymore, like the HD Retina or whatever they call it, liquid Retina display. So you are getting some pretty good visual quality within this device. Now, one of the problems for me with the device is trying to find that perfect wallpaper that will keep a good scale when going from landscape to portrait mode and back. For example, this screenshot I got from the Guardians of the Galaxy video game does seem to work pretty well in terms of rotating it. But when I go to my lock screen, which is this picture of Miles Morales, it does sometimes work and sometimes it will cut him off on the top and it'll be a bit zoomed in. I think that's just based on you know, different things, different uses. I think you can see here it does look a bit more zoomed in than before, but that's just a minor complaint. That's just my minor complaint. You may not have that minor complaint, and that's okay. Now, it does have USB-C, which is the same as the other iPads. I don't know why Apple either isn't including the Lightning for the iPads or why they're not going full USB-C with the iPhones, but you do get your 20-watt charger in the box, which is still surprising since they're removing it from smartphones, but they're not removing it from tablets. But of course, I already had my charger from the other iPad at home, so I'm gonna have my mini charger probably in a bag, you know, when I'm traveling somewhere, or if I need my iPad on the go and I need to charge it somewhere. So you do get that 20-watt charge. 20 watts is not terrible. It's a decent speed. You will get decent charge out of this. I don't have exact numbers for the charging speed of that, but if you've had smartphones and tablets, you know what a 20-watt charger will provide for you. Now, I was gonna try to use this to maybe make some kind of video content or some kind of photos. You only get one camera lens in the back, so you're not really gonna have that much features added to this device for cameras. I'm gonna have a quick comparison here of one of my Amiibos using this camera and using the iPhone camera. Now, of course, iPhone does have different zoom levels. It has the micro view, it has you know, the super zoom, or as they call it. This one you can zoom in a bit, and that's about it. You don't really have any other features because there's only one lens. One feature that I don't know why it's missing here, I don't even notice if it's on my iPad Pro, but on your iPhone, when you're on your lock screen, you do have your camera and flashlight buttons on the bottom of the screen. I guess the iPad doesn't do that, so I am going to kind of miss that for whatever reason. Maybe I wanted to access the camera a lot quickly and I would like to have it there. But again, you're better off using your iPhone for photos anyway. Now, when it comes to video cameras on this device, you're going to want to use the front-facing camera primarily for FaceTime because it does have the center stage. I did try it. My iPad wasn't at a high enough level to be used perfectly with the center stage, but I was still able to get some decent center stage viewing on this device, and that's pretty cool. And I'm wondering if the new iPhones are going to do it, because they are making that monitor mount for your iPhone to be used as a webcam, so it would be great if the new iPhone will also have center stage. It kind of makes sense at that point. But you do have the center stage for the FaceTime. I kind of wish it was available in the other apps, like the camera app. That way, if you want to make some videos with this device for whatever reason, you will still have that center stage. But as far as I know, center stage on the camera does not actually exist. I'm gonna actually take a look real quick now to see if it does. But as far as I know, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. It just stays in place. So that kind of seems like a missed opportunity. Maybe in the next generation of iPads, they might have it within the camera. Probably not. But like I said before, when the MKBHD video, when he said, you have an idea what you're gonna use it for me, it was for, checking in customers for the shows, having something more portable than the other iPads I have. I can do some viewing content on it, my movies, and I do have some video games on here. Like I said, I do have 5G data for this device, so I can do some decent streaming while I'm on the go and not worrying about a super heavy device. Now you're probably asking, well, if you have an iPhone, why would you need that? Well, sometimes you might just want a little bit of a bigger screen, and like I said, with the whole comedy thing, using this primarily for professional reasons. You may have productivity reasons that you want to use an iPad mini. Maybe you want to use it for your note taking in college and you don't need something super large. You just want something quick and small that you can just write your notes in, which is why you got to get the Apple Pencil. Also, the Apple Pencil does just seem to go perfectly with the iPad mini because of the size. You compare it to an 11-inch iPad Pro, and it kind of works. Then imagine with the 12 point whatever iPad Pro, it's just gonna look maybe a little bit ridiculous, but with this iPad mini, it just seems to work perfectly. I do have a separate case that does hold the pencil in place better because it has another cover. This one is kind of just, it's freely hanging off of there, and even with this case off, the magnet is still not like super powerful anyway. That's like an Apple problem, not really a device problem or a personal problem, device problem. So if you're worried about losing your pencil, I do recommend a better case that does have a pencil mount. I think I paid like $20 on Amazon or something like that. But when it comes to this device, it's not as expensive as the Pros. The Pros are in the 1,000 range. This one, I believe, because it is the 256 model, is about $600 and something. But of course, I put it on my Verizon account, so it's device payments anyway. Now, with content being streamed, I did try Xbox Cloud Gaming, and I'm tired of people telling me how great Xbox Cloud Gaming is, because it's not ready to be fully implemented in my opinion. And I'm gonna show you some gameplay right here of Mortal Kombat. I don't know why Mortal Kombat is struggling so much on cloud gaming, but this iPad technically should be more powerful than my Pro, because my Pro doesn't have an M1 chip. It has an I think it's the A12 chip, I believe, or something like that. This is a Gen 2 11-inch, and this is an M1 chip. So this one should be more powerful theoretically, and it could even handle cloud gaming. So keep that in mind. Now you do also have all your multitasking features, your split screens, and all that kind of stuff. That's pretty cool. I believe they also added something with the iOS for iPad where you can create multiple split screen windows and then switch between them. I don't know how to do it. I don't see a reason to do that. I'm not going to be really doing a lot of multitasking like that anyway. It's typically just having music playing, and I'll probably be on Procreate trying to draw a picture, or I'm probably going to use probably play a game, or I'm probably searching something on the internet or something. So I don't really know who the split view is for. If you use it, that's cool. I'm not gonna really use it. I'm more of a picture-in-picture. Like I'll probably put a YouTube video in one corner while I'm doing something else. As I mentioned with doing internet searches, you can use Bluetooth keyboards, of course, but you're not gonna find anything that compares to the Magic Keyboard, because most Bluetooth keyboards I found that do come with a case combo, they're about $30 on Amazon, and that tells you right there the price tag is just not gonna do it for you. I have a actual Bluetooth keyboard that folds up so I can be more portable and carry it with me. That one seems to work fine, just typing on it. It's not as ideal as just having the Magic Keyboard magnetically attached, but I'm not gonna be doing a lot of typing on this anyway, so, and if I do, I can probably just write out my notes with the pencil anyway. So do I recommend buying this iPad mini? Well, it depends on who you are and what you want to use it for. I showed my mother both my iPads because she is thinking about buying one. She's probably aiming towards the iPad Air, which is, from what I can tell, not a bad choice. It is a decent size. It is also, I believe, an M1 chip. It has nice colors. The purple one is actually kind of nice. And it's really down to what you're going to use it for. What kind of use are you going to get? If you're trying to have a really good, great, cool laptop experience, you obviously do not want to go with the mini. You're going to want to go with the Pro or the Air and have a keyboard, whether you buy the Apple one or the Logitech one, which is like $170, I think. So this is not for you to have the laptop experience. It's to be more of the planner experience, using your calendars and creating quick notes and planning something. Maybe you're a secretary for somebody and you rather do digital notes rather than paper notes or something, depending on if your boss allows you to do that. Then that's the kind of person that would be using this kind of device. Let's say you want to do some kind of creativity, like you want to do some DJing, because you can DJ with an app, and you don't want to carry something huge and heavy. Then you can DJ off of this and plug it into one of your DJ controllers. Maybe you want to do a podcast. You can use various different microphones. Like a Rode microphone with the adapter. And again, small, light, not really a big problem in your bag. So there is various uses for this product, but I don't think it's one of those where you would be using it for everything at once. It primarily would be something like, you're the type of person who uses it for planning, you're going to use it for school notes, and then you're going to use it for your music creation, something like that. Now, of course, you can use all those things if you are that kind of person. If you're that creative and that busy, then cool. Then, you got a good deal, a good product right there. You are still going to get that decent audio, whether you use headphones or not. You are going to have the center stage, which I think that's one of the main selling points here, is the center stage for this product. You are still going to have decent storage. You have 256 gigabytes. That is a lot for some people. Some people don't need that much space. My iPhone has 512 gigabytes of storage, and I haven't even used all of it. I'm about halfway through my storage on that. So decent storage, but the problem is if you don't get this one, you're stuck with a 64 gigabyte version. You can't really do much with 64 gigabytes, and I don't know why Apple started this one with 64, but like I said, there is that creativity. I know pilots use this primarily, not like professional airline pilots, more like I think rescue pilots, and I think like a hobbyist, they would use this for navigation and route planning. It's just the size, and look how cute it is. You compare it to the other one in size comparison, it's just so small and cute. And yeah, no, I went boring with the gray on gray. I didn't want to get any of the other colors. I was hoping like a red one would have been cool if they made it in red, but they didn't. So that's pretty much it for the video today. There's not much else to say about this iPad. I do think the price tag could be a little bit lower. But like I said, you really need to have that specific use for this product. And I do have my specific use. I just have to implement it and actually do it for that. But I have been enjoying it as a time killer, just watching movies and playing some video games on here. I did pair the Xbox controller, as you saw earlier, so I was able to play a couple of games with that, which that could be another thing. You probably want to bring a controller with you and you can play games on it. You might want to find a mount that you can put it to, or at that point you could just buy a backbone for your phone and I guess play games on your phone. I don't know. But let me know what you thought about this video. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the iPad. What are you hoping for to be released in the new iPads when they release? Are you looking for more color options? What kind of other features are you looking for? Do you want to see an improved Apple Magic Keyboard at a lower cost? Do you want to see a mini Apple keyboard? Because while it'll be expensive, hopefully like $200 or so, it'll be kind of cute to have a mini Apple Magic Keyboard for this thing. But I'm Anthony Olan, and I thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you hit the like and subscribe. If you hit the dislike, I ain't gonna know anyway. I'm Anthony Olan, and I'll see you guys next time. And congratulations to Frankie and Karina on your wedding. It's great that you guys finally got married, and it's great. And can't wait to see you guys soon. Peace.